Hello and welcome to F2Total Season 1, Race 9 at Monaco. Well, the most difficult track on the calendar, on the game, I would say even. Um, in F2 cars, which are also quite difficult to drive. And we've only got one shot in qualifying, so this one has to be really good, and you can't pass on this track at all, really. So it has to be a good qualifying, and it's really important that I start towards the front if we want to get a good result today. So, purple sector 1 actually, so I'm starting off good, but I'm not quite sure how to take this happen. You can see I went way wide, it was definitely not the way to take it. But since it's one shot, everyone will have made a mistake on the lap probably, and if you don't, you've pretty much got pole guaranteed. So this might still be interesting, especially since it's Monaco, some people might mess up their lap. It's very easy to invalidate or crash on your hot lap at Monaco. Very aggressive on the track limits at the chicane, but thankfully just within the limits. Jeremy's retired from the session, though that's one of the fastest drivers not able to finish this lap flat out through the left, quick left right-hander. It's actually very flowing, this track, both in F1 and F2 cars, but especially in F2 cars. I don't know why, it just feels really nice to drive if you get it right. If you don't, it's really annoying. Going on the final corner, Dia is open, and let's see what the lap time is going to be. I am going to do a 1:18.3. That is actually 1.3 seconds slower than my, or I think 1 second slower than my time trial time or something. But it is still enough for pole position, which I was very surprised with at the time. So I'm really happy. Pole position. It's my first pole position in. I'm pretty sure in all of Total, not just F2 Total, F1 Total as well. But yeah, and at Monaco, which will be really crucial now for the race, for the feature race, obviously. We have the 5 red lights on. And it slides out and away we go, very early in the power, and I've got a bit too much wheel spin. Kart Racer immediately passes me, Fabian on my outside as well, and I have to cut the corner, get a warning as well for that one. Down into P3 after just one corner, so that was really not a good start, and yeah, definitely not what I wanted. I could have won this race, but now it's looking unlikely. Having to be behind Fabian now. And we're gonna jump all the way into lap 6. You can see Kart Racer is pulled away by 6 seconds. And I'm still stuck behind Fabian, because Fabian actually, he's on controller. So obviously he's gonna be slower. Monaco, I've hit the wall and I've got wing damage. And that's gonna cause even more issues. Hopefully I will still be able to take this podium home. But I doubt that I'm gonna be able to catch Kart Racer even if I do pass Fabian. Now I'm still with Fabian now on lap 13. And well, really nothing has happened this entire time. I'm just stuck behind him, can't even go for any kind of move. And yeah, I'm actually gonna try an undercut on him, as that's my only option at this point. Kart is pulling away 15 seconds. Fabian on his controller, he's just so slow at Monaco. Well, it's Monaco, you can't be fast on the controller. And I'm just stuck behind him because, well, the one corner where he's fast is the final corner on the exit. And it's pretty much the only one taking the opportunity into turn 1. But he gets a good exit every single time. I'm not changing my wing. 5.7 second pit stop, gonna go to super softs and hope that the undercut works is to come out ahead of Fabian. And I definitely won't get Kart Racer, so I'm gonna aim for P2. I could have maybe gotten him if I hadn't been passed by Fabian and just stayed on his back. Or at least, or even stayed in front of him at the start, but that's not what happened. And that's the race we're gonna be dealing with. We're gonna jump a bit late into the lap. It's gonna get off flag, and that's Fabian is actually retired from the session. Fabian is crashed at the chicane, at Novel chicane. And that is, well, gifted me second place pretty much. Even if I mess this lap up, I would have to mess it up pretty bad to be passed by Luki behind. You can see him there. I think he just clipped the inside barrier on the entry, and that's lost his wheel and just went straight on. Well, we're gonna jump to lap 14 then. People are in the pit lane, and it's gonna promote me all the way up into P2. About 36 seconds behind Kart Racer, who will still have to pit, but I definitely am not gonna come out in front. So this was actually quite a boring race, as we're gonna jump all the way to lap 21. Kart Racer wins with a 20-second gap. So he is totally dominated this race, about almost a second gained every lap on me, on average. So I'm definitely not happy with how this race went. I still get the 4 bonus points for qualifying, as I almost spin out the final corner. That would have been something, but well, I've got a 10-second gap to Luki, so it won't cost me anything. I come across the line in P2, which will also mean I will be starting in P7 in the sprint race, which could cause some issues, being stuck in traffic. But hopefully I'll be able to manage that. Luki comes from the 3rd. This is actually a big blow to Fabian in the championship. He's the championship leader, and Kart Racer is 2nd. And Kart Racer just gained 25 points on him, because he just crashed out on himself. on his own. Well, he was under pressure from my undercut, but I think no matter what, he could have done the lap of his life. But on fresh super soft, I would have passed him for sure. But we are now on the grid for the sprint race, and we've got 6 cars ahead of us, and Cartney's right behind us. So a lot of pressure for this race. I could potentially get another good result, but I'm not entirely sure. But the 5 red lights are on, and they are out. The race has started. I get a pretty good getaway this time. Not nearly as bad as last time. I'm down instead of in Zach, but I'm gonna have to pull off that one. That would have been way too dangerous. And Cartney goes clean around my outside. Completely mucked me off there on the outside. No answer from me there. Just no chance. And he's gonna pass Insect as well, so really good start from him. Boss is having a little lock on my inside. Cartney is squeezing Insect all the way, and he's blocked me now. Now Boss is gonna have a move onto my inside, and I am actually gonna break as late as possible with 3 wide into Mirabo. That was very dangerous, and Boss just about squeezes through. And I go past Insect, so almost go into his back. So on the outside of Boss now, I'm gonna have to pull out of that, leave him to space, let him just go ahead, and get my second warning of the race already. So I'm really, yeah, I'm definitely getting too many warnings here, because 3 penalties is a warning, and 3 warnings is a penalty. But now Boss is gone really slow. He's hit the wall on the exit of the chicane, allow me to move around the outside into the rust car. It's got some wing damage as well, and I do go clean around the outside. Really good move, really good battle between me and Boss here. I'm gonna jump to the end of lap 2. There is Valerio who spun around, and I have to actually just almost stop there. Valerio is now ghosting. I'm gonna abuse that to the fullest. Drive right into his car, purposefully stay inside his car, so he keeps on ghosting. Set a fast lap actually in the process, and just ghost right through him through turn 1. Get a better exit, and that's it. That's how you pass at Monaco. Just wait for them to ghost, and then you ghost through them. Don't even try and go for an actual move. Let's move me up into P6, but now Cartney is trying to move on King Luki down inside into Mirabo. That's side by side going to happen. Cartney breaks very early, and forced me pretty much to go down the inside. I actually get another warning and a penalty for that one, for cutting the corner. Well, I would say 2 of those, the warnings I get, were pretty unfair. Now Valeria is down my inside, side by side, into the tunnel section of the track. I'm all the way on the outside. He pushes me into the wall actually. That was very interesting from Valeria. Now Insect is gonna have a look down my inside, and he goes straight past, and I actually have to go straight on chicane. Gonna have to let him and Fabian pass, and still gives me a warning for that, so which is ridiculous in my opinion. I mean, I lost 2 places, and he gives me a warning. Come on, Codemasters. Game actually suggesting a stop after that incident with Valeria. I got some wing damage apparently, but I'm gonna continue on, because the stop in this race is pretty much the end of the race. Still right behind Fabian and Insect. Well, I'm now out at the points, as points are only given to the top 8 in the sprint race. But I could potentially get my penalty removed, which would move me probably way up the field, considering how close it is right now. Jeremy and Potro are off in turn 1, so let's promote me right back into P7. Well, that's a bit lucky, and I'll take that. Jeremy is now retired from the session on lap 5. He's crashed out somewhere. Just behind us, I think. Game is calling me into pits, but I'm not gonna pit because that would just be stupid. And the safety car has been deployed. I think that's for Jeremy's crash. That took quite a while to actually deploy. There's the safety car, just coming out the pit lane. And yeah, we're gonna have a safety car restart on lap 7. With everyone just behind each other. It's gonna be a really chaotic last 6 laps of this race. And at the same time, might actually just be boring because nobody will actually be able to go for a move. As well, the only opportunity is DRS zone before turn 1, and everyone's gonna have DRS on each other. But Fabian's gonna immediately try and pass in Zach down inside. Nope, can't make it work. No chance for Fabian to move up into P5. I'm still stuck behind him. Once again, I'm stuck behind Fabian. It just happens every single race apparently. And we're gonna jump all the way to the last lap. I'm still in P7. Fabian is passing Zach, and Kart Racer's spinning around there. Kart Racer's spun around. I've hit in Zach. That was a bit dangerous for me. But I do manage to save my car. I've got Marco right behind me, up into P6, thanks to Cartney spinning out. But he's not far behind, he's gonna repass me on penalties. And we're gonna go into the chicane. There's a bit more contact up ahead. That's some chaos going on in the fight for victory. Luki just went from 1st to 4th in one corner, I believe. And I'm still stuck behind in Zach, but I'm not gonna be able to take advantage of this. There's some wind damage, I think that's for Luki. But yes, there are only 2 more corners to go, I should be able to hang on. I'm still being blocked by Insect, and I'm thinking about a move, but I can't make it work. I have to basically stop again. And Marco just takes the opportunity, goes right around my outside, but as he has 6 seconds of penalties, he will not be able to stay in front of me on penalties. And as we go over the line, where will we actually end up? On penalties, it is P5, 6? 6 it is. P6. in the end. Crossed the line in P7, I believe, and then P6 on penalties. So I got past Monaco, and Carlos got I don't even know. But that is not the final result. Actually, I got my 3-second penalty removed, as 2 of the warnings that I got were not my fault. Maybe even more, I don't know. But I did get my penalty removed in the end, and that actually brought me back all the way up into P2. So that's actually, yeah, double P2 today at F2Total Monaco. Really happy about that result. Hopefully can carry the momentum into Brazil and maybe challenge for 3rd place against Luki, who actually won the sprint race in the end, so congrats to him. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.